Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, doing and hearing this word in truth and sincerity. All right. So, another article for warning to our people, because as we can see, man, this collapse is gonna happen, Lord willing, sooner than later, Lord willing. All right, but nevertheless, we see these things going on, and there's more of a time to be alive. All right, because we're witnessing the collapse of America. All right, but dealing with this diesel shortage, this is gonna hit hard when it hits, man, because when it really hits. And I say that because a lot of people they're not worried about, like Elder Apostle Ramlab say. All right, Jake isn't worried because they can still go to the grocery stores and shop and get what they need. But when the source of their groceries, so to speak, all right, has been cut off, then that's when it's gonna affect them. And when it affects them, then they're gonna know that they should have listened. But there's news everywhere going around about this diesel shortage, and our people are still in the mindset of, I don't use diesel, so it don't mean nothing to me. All right, but they're oblivious to the fact that, all right, diesel, is one of the main reasons why they still have groceries in their stores, man. All right, because one thing is that, all right, a lot of these products, all right, and a lot of these goods, they're transported by these trucks to the stores, man. So if there's a shortage in diesel, then that's going to lead to a shortage, and later a famine, man. All right, but here's the title of the article. It says, widespread diesel shortages to affect everything in America and around the world. All right, because once again, all right, these trucks is what transports these goods, all right, across the world. So when you cut the trucks off, then there go your economy, man. It says widespread diesel shortages will affect everything in America, from the food supply to manufacturing services. And manufacturing services, because once again, these trucks, they use diesel, not gas. All right, and just because you don't use diesel don't mean that it's not important. And you're gonna see how important these truckers are to this society. It says refiners in the United States are now receiving an average of over $150 per barrel from the sale of gasoline and diesel. They pretty much talk about the rise in prices, right there in this paragraph, at wholesale prices, while paying only around $100 to purchase crude. It suggests a margin of around $50 per barrel, based on the assumption that a refinery produces 2 barrels of gasoline and 1 barrel of diesel from 3 barrels of crude. All right, but let me get to the point that I want to get. This is it right here. It says diesel supply is short all over the world due to sanctions against Russia, Russian oil, and much bigger post-pandemic demand as supply restocking takes place. All right, and we understand, that Russia is not suffering from these sanctions. All right, the one suffering from these sanctions is America. All right, as we can see, the gas prices don't went up. All right, where I'm at, it's like $4, a gallon, man, 4 something a gallon, and I'm pretty sure it's in certain other places, okay, it's higher than that. But the rise in food prices, all right, the car prices don't went up, so everybody in America is suffering more than people over there in Russia is suffering, man. All right, this is why I want to get this real quick. In the book of Ephesians, the 5th chapter, and the 15th verse, it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. All right, because we got to move wise in these times because of the evil times that are ahead, man. And this is only the beginning of what's really to come, because what's really to come is going to be bad. All right. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right. The days are evil, man. And we can see these things being set up right under their noses, man. It's not taking us off guard, of course, because we're watching. But for the rest of these people out here, they still think that everything is, normal. Esau threw that enchantment of normalcy back on these people, man. All right, when he pretty much opened up the economy and told these people that it's okay to go out now, but these people are having their mindset that everything's back to normal. Meanwhile, prices are going up. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, this economy is on the verge of collapsing. All right. It says, let me see where I left off at. Yeah, I left off where it says, let's see. Diesel supply is short all over the world due to sanctions against Russian oil, and much bigger, higher costs. And much higher post-pandemic. As supply restocking takes place, certain areas of the country have seen shortages already, and we expect that to continue. Supplies at New York Harbor, a hub for diesel distribution, are at a 30-year low, said Peter Meyer of S&P Global Commodity Insights. All right. So as we can see, man, all right, once this these trucks get affected, that's gonna bring a lot of things to a halt. All right, and when these things do come to a halt, a lot of people is gonna feel it. All right, they're gonna feel the effects of these things, man. All right, it says there is high demand worldwide for products like diesel, heating oil, and jet fuel, which are called middle distillates, because they are made from the middle of the boiling range when oil is turned into products. The U.S. currently exports more than 1 million barrels of distillates each day to countries such as Mexico, Brazil, and Chile. It says the margin is meant to be a sample for an average refinery and is a total amount from which refiners have to pay for labor, electricity, gas, hydrogen, catalyst, pipeline transport, and the cost of the capital. All right, so that was pretty much the point for me in this article. The whole point of it all is that, this diesel shortage is going to affect a lot of people. And just because, all right, it's not doing, nothing's happening right now doesn't mean that it won't happen, all right, down the road in the future. All right. Let me get this real quick in the book of Isaiah, because I have another article that I want to bring out. It's lucky, if I sound congested, because, it's still a little early. All right. Brother get congested when it's early, But this is Isaiah 62 and verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai, keep not silence. All right. The Lord got prophets, all right, prophesying, warning you people, mainly our people, of the things to happen. And it's crazy too, because while all of these things are happening, all right, the men of the Lord is out there, crying aloud, man. And Jake is acting as though, nobody's there. And I see it. All right. I see it when, the men of the Lord are out there preaching. Jake just walked by. All right. Jake is disrespectful, man, in some cases. But nevertheless, man, there ain't going to be no excuse when these plagues really hit hard. All right. When these plagues really hit, that sense of normalcy is going to flee a lot of people. All right. They're in for a rude awakening. Verse 7, and give him no rest till ye establish, until ye make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. All right. And the prophets, day and night. All right. Because, on this side of the world, it's, the sun is up and the Lord has woken us up for us to preach this word and warn. All right. But on the other side of the world, all right, Jake is, probably sleeping, man. But on this side of the world, we here, and, through this grace of Yahushua, we preaching. And then when we go to sleep, all right, the brothers likewise on the other side of the wall is waking up to do the work. All right. So, look, man, the prophets is on a 24 hour clock, so to speak. When dealing with this word. All right. But there's another article that I want to get real quick dealing with these mass shootings. And we notice that that's something happening more often here in America, is these mass shootings. All right. It says Chinese-born man arrested for mass shooting at Taiwanese church was motivated by hatred against Taiwan. Now you see, the new thing is hate. All right, the new thing in the media is hate, and like the scriptures say, because we know what Esau's end game to all this propaganda is, and that's to come after the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices." All right, and this is one of the devices, I believe, of course, of Satan. All right, Esau, Edom. Because not too long ago, you had a Buffalo shooting, man, and now you got another shooting that just happened. All right, and they calling it a mass shooting. You see, Chinese-born man arrested for a mass shooting at Taiwanese church was motivated by hatred against Taiwan. All right, so this is the angle that Esau is coming with. They coming with the hate. We need to stop this. We need to stop all hate, this, that, and the other, man. We can see this devil from miles away. It says a Chinese-born gunman motivated by hatred against Taiwan shut the doors of a California church and hid firebombs before opening fire on a gathering of men, mainly of elderly Taiwanese parishioners, killing a man who tackled him to save possibly dozens of lives, authorities said. This is the dude right here, David Chu, 68. And once again, Lee Satan should get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices. You see? And like I said, man, all right, this is the angle that Esau is coming with. All right, hate. We need to stop hate. All right. Don't see major Asian NGOs commenting on this, even though the attacker was motivated by racialized hate. You see, racialized hate. Anytime there is a hate crime that has a bit of moral complexity that falls outside of simplistic oppressed narratives, they fall silent. Yet nobody's talking about Jake. All right. When Jake is oppressed, when Jake is, being hated, nobody's talking about, our oppression. But, nevertheless, it is what it is. Because, man, we're not looking for justification of you people. All right. At the end of the day, our reparations going to come when Yahweh shall come back. When the Lord put all you heathens, all right, under subjection, man. All right. But, nevertheless, all right, this is, the new angle that Esau is going with, man. So different things going on in the world. PSYOPs is happening. All right, World War III. All right, the buildup of World War III is happening. All right. Famines is happening. So a lot of things are going on, man. And that's why the scripture tells us this, going back to Ephesians. All right. Going back to Ephesians 6th chapter. Because at the end of the day, man, these scriptures, is what keeps us, grounded. When a lot of things is going on. Because, when we seek the prophecy, all right, through the Spirit, we stand on point. This is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, this truth, man. All right, this truth is the armor of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, because when Esau comes with his enchantments, we're guided. All right, we're protected. It's like his enchantments bounce right off of us, man. Because, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gave us his truth. And so when these things happen, we can see a mile away that is BS, man. All right. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And these elites, they're constantly doing enchantments, witchcraft, all right, among the people. All right, they're doing enchantments to the people, And pretty much these people are being taken by these enchantments. But like the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, that there is no enchantment against Jacob, man. Alright? The ones that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, pretty much has chosen, man. There's no enchantments against them. So it don't matter how hard Esau, throw these enchantments. What he do? At the end of the day, the ones that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, has in his hand, like it's written in John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice, and they know me. Let me get that real quick. Salaki. This one just came to mind. John 10:27, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. Alright, that's the point. My Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. You see, so no amount of enchantments that Esau does is going to pluck the elect out of Yahweh Shem Yahushai's hand, man. Or it's just not going to work. Alright, but continuing on, it says, verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, which are the elites of Esau, Edom, right? Against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and have done all. Bro, I hate when they do that, bro. That's Satan. Alright, where did I leave off at? Having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Alright, so ultimately this truth is our shield and buckler. This truth is, our everything, man. So when Esau, do these things, this is our shield. This is our protection. Alright. When the days really get evil, this truth is going to be our protection, man. Alright, because like it's written, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of that times. Alright. So that was pretty much the point. I just want to bring, these points out through spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, it was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.